What's happening?
Hey everybody, it's Alexis.
And Christian, Tiny House Expedition. How's it going?
We're your hosts here at the DC, Virginia Tiny House Festival.
Yes, we are.
Part of this amazing Tiny Houses Across America event experience. I hope you've been enjoying our broadcasts and those from TinyFest MidWest and TinyFest California. Well, it is a hot and steamy day here in Manassas, Virginia.
Yeah, it is.
But we're having a great turnout. And we're going to take you over to the Build Tiny folks.
Yes.
They are a tiny house building company based in Northern Virginia, and they are just completing a 3-day hands-on build workshop, which they do every couple months. So you can look up their website to sign up to learn how you can build your own tiny house or just become more comfortable with power tools. So behind us you see a big green box.
Really big.
That's the tiny house shell that they've been working on. And they also have 2 of their completed tiny homes. So we're going to take you on a journey from construction to completion.
All right, let's go check it out. Yep.
So Robin is the head of Build Tiny. And which I love, she's a woman-owned company, badass woman builder. And she's answering some questions right now about the construction process.
The other piece is a little bit smaller. So as you wind your way from the indoor unit to the outdoor unit, you have to do very gentle bends, and don't just think it's a gentle bend. Work your way down the pipe, bend it a little bit more, and it'll tell you in the directions. It has to be like a 4-inch radius or a 6-inch radius, so make sure it's a sweeping bend. So when you're calculating, figure out what you're going to need, add 5 feet. Yeah, look at the sizes they have, and if you're really close, order one higher. For the price of the copper, you don't want to have to send one back. So you're going to determine where you want it in the house. Like in your house, we're going to put it up over the door.
Right.
So we're going to put some blocking in there that's going to hold the bracket for it, and then we're going to run the line set, which is the 2 pieces of copper that are insulated, and also this wire that lets the 2 indoor and outdoor units talk to each other. Those all go together, and they go through the wall. So we will run that through the wall. A lot of times when we come to a 90-degree corner, we'll skip the outside of that corner and then put a little box around that. So we're not trying to get a 90-degree bend and a 3.5-inch wall. It's almost impossible without kinking one of those. So you bring that on around, and like you said here, not the best look because we did it afterwards, but it comes through the wall, it gently bends around these corners, comes out to here. We left an extra 2 feet, usually an extra 2 feet in there. And then you make sure you, when you're doing your rough in, you don't cut your lines to size. If you've got 6 feet, 10 feet left out here, just leave it coiled up and leave those caps in the copper. You finish your walls inside, you get everything done, you hang that indoor unit, then you come out here, set this unit, and then you do both.
So what Robin was talking about was the mini split unit. So you've seen these in tiny houses probably all weekend long. There's an indoor element and an outdoor element, and you saw her talking about the outdoor element. And inside, we have this. Oh, it feels so good right now. Let me tell you.
So this is actually the blower. So all of the Freon and stuff goes through that piece outside and comes in here. And she's talking about how to actually run that wire in copper.
I love mini splits because they're so efficient. AC, heat, dehumidifying. And boy, am I happy for the AC. Our house has a window unit right now, which works fine for 130 square feet, but this pumps out twice the amount of coolness. So one day we'll have it.
One day.
But welcome to a completed Build Tiny house. This is a 20-foot tiny house that has a nice open feel and lots of copper accents from the beautiful faucet here. Their countertops. They even have this really great office / breakfast nook with a copper countertop and a window to look out. And you know, I was imagining you could use this as a standing desk also.
Oh yeah, totally.
Which is a really cool element. Yeah. And then here you have this giant wardrobe. Lots of hanging clothes room. How about this? I mean, this is basically a walk-in closet.
Yeah, that's a huge closet. I'm going to take a little peek up here at the loft because we can.
You can ask him when I'm not right next to her. we've got an ugly piece coming out from the wall.
Just talking about the inside.
You don't want to, I don't ever like to have it like this. The only reason it's like this is we retrofitted this unit into this house.
Okay.
Normally all that's back in the wall. And they make a little box. It's about this wide, this tall, about this deep.
Okay.
It will sit back in the wall. It will let your condensation drain come out the bottom of it. So you can take that right down the wall.
Okay.
But it also gives you another place to make your connections. If you don't get that, you bring your pipes into here and back in here. You have the pipes that come out of the unit, and then you bring your pipes in, and you've got a space about this big. So you flare your connection, and you put it together, and you can't have any play in it. You've got to get it to sit perfectly flat, and if you've done it all right, then that will sit down and lock in place. If you haven't, you can't get it locked in place. So you have to adjust your pipes, play with it, and then eventually it will lock down in place.
See, there's a lot going on just with a mini split. I mean,
if you use a little junction box on the
Come
side,
here.
yeah.
you've got more room to make your splices. You
So
can
yeah,
turn
there's a
those
lot of things that you don't
connections
think
this
about
way.
when building a tiny
Out
house.
into this box.
Robin is an
This locks
expert.
down easily.
She also has a great
And
taste.
you can make
I
your
love this
connections out that
little
box.
bathtub with a map
Yes.
behind.
There's the suction and the,
Looks like plexiglass
low pressure pipe.
with waterproofing. Behind it, I think I heard that yesterday.
One's a 3/8,
So,
one's a quarter.
Lots
Let me
of
show this little tub real quick. It's a tiny, tiny tub.
Yeah, so
tiny.
you get the inside all the
and a flush potty.
and then
Real toilet?
you've got the outside.
You don't have to go composting. You can have a regular toilet or an RV toilet.
Yep. So,
So if we walk outside, we're gonna see the innards of this house.
Oh wow, what a setup.
This green box is not a completed tiny house. It is a tiny house shell, and that is what that used to look like. So you go from beautiful finished product, but you peel back the layers, and this is what you would.
box.
Yeah, exactly. What's really cool is Robin and her team of workshop participants built one of these. So you can see there's two here. They started by insulating the trailer, and then they put up the walls and the sheathing.
Right, and they actually built it this weekend. This one over here, they put up all the walls and everything this weekend, which is absolutely amazing. How cool is that? So we'll just take a peek inside this one. So it's actually got a window in it, so they must have done that and then this weekend.
This is what the guts of a tiny house look like pre-insulation.
So then let's just take a peek in this one. So yeah, so this was just a trailer.
Yep.
Yesterday, and they got the loft up. Holy cow! So when you put the loft up, you got to put the floor up there so you have somewhere to stand while you're doing stuff. And look at that, they sure enough got it. How cool is that?
3 days.
3 days it took them to put all this up. It was a bare trailer.
And guess what? The people who were participating didn't necessarily have any experience. Some might have had a bit of experience with tools, but most of them didn't. And they were able to learn and work together to do this. Pretty incredible.
And this is, look at this. This is one of the ways that they've attached it to the trailer. See that bolt? Right there. It's super cool. It's stuff you don't get to see in a finished tiny house.
Absolutely. And we would love to show you another finished tiny house from our friends at Tiny Siesta. Come on over.
Walk over there.
The cool thing about Tiny Siesta is it's a tiny house resort community in Sarasota, Florida, where you can rent one of their many tiny houses, all different. And guess what? This is the kicker. 15-minute bike ride to the beach. And not just any beach, like any beach. The nation's like #1 beach, voted by I don't know who. But Christian and I parked there in the fall, and we can vouch that this beach is incredible, gorgeous with powder sugar sand. So if you're looking for a beach getaway and you're looking to try out tiny living, I definitely check out Tiny Siesta.
So, and this is the third tiny house.
This is a lifeguard stand. When we were on the beach, we actually saw the colorful lifeguard stands that they had periodically on the beach. And see, this green portion is just what it looks like. So this is a lifeguard tiny house, green edition. Come on
Come
in.
and check it out.
Oh, how cute is this?
Hold on.
Oops. surfboard bench. Pretty sweet. I don't know if it's a real surfboard, but it's definitely cute.
And like I say, the ones in Sarasota are, and Colorado, the new one, it's public water and sewer. It's not compost.
Nice big futon. And I have a view of Tiny Siesta in front of me.
Oh yeah, that is Tiny Siesta in Sarasota. How cool is that? We get to park there for a little while. And we have a video, don't we? Our first vlog is from there.
Oh yeah, check out our vlog on Tiny House Expedition YouTube channel. Wow.
Don't quote me quite.
This fan
but
looks
they're
like an
8 minutes,
airplane
I'll find out.
propeller.
Check it out.
If you're going to rent, say you want to have family, you know, a reunion, we have people that rent several
pretty cool.
of them for a family reunion. This way you
Oh,
can
hey.
be there with your family at night. You've got your own place to go to.
Got room for a queen size bed up here, and across the way is another queen size bed. This is one of their newer lifeguard tiny homes. So when you go to Tiny Siesta, you can rent the yellow or red lifeguard house. It's fully fitted. This one is kind of in progress, but you can see it'd be great for a family vacation.
Sarasota, Florida is an open. Not a new place. Some of them are not yet. They're becoming more we don't
He's goofy.
Well, in your case,
Oh,
big shower.
Big shower, yeah, totally big shower.
flush toilet.
Another toilet.
It's one thing you won't experience at Tiny Siesta is composting toilets. So if you're disappointed, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Check Airbnb.
Yeah. And a cool little kitchenette. It was a fun little house. It was awesome that they did the front of this to look like the lifeguard shacks in Fiesta Keys. Pretty cool.
I believe this tiny house was built on a trailer-made trailer, which you can see behind us, from our friends at Tiny Foundations, that do shells and trailers for a lot of people who want the hands-on experience, like we saw at Build Tiny, but need a little help, something a little bit more user-friendly. A shell is a really great way to go. You have the framing done for you, and then you get to finish the inside. So I would strongly recommend that for anyone a little less confident in their construction skills. Well, again, I'm Alexis.
And I'm Christian.
And we are Tiny House Expedition. We travel with our tiny house, which is here. We showed that to you the other day. And we're going to be coming back to you a little later today with a live broadcast of what else is happening here. And tune back in for a broadcast from TinyFest California in Midwest coming in the next hour and a half. Bye, guys.